Alrighty. Welcome back to another episode of Casual Play, Casual Help, episode 67. Previous episode we looked at the mage Kumbhakarna, and now we'll be looking at the guardian Kumbhakarna, the sleeping giant. Off to his skins, as always, the standard, the palette swap, Rip Van Kumbra instead of Rip Van Winkle, pajama party if you like sleeping, which I guess a lot of us do. Look at, he's got a little teddy bear, got a lamp. Two of my favorites of his skins, General Rhinoceros, or just General Rhinoceros. He has big old hammer, and of course he's a rhinoceros. Then we have him turned into a yeti, where he uses a tree as his staff. Warlord, which is the second of my favorites, where it turns him into a orc. And we have Spooky Dreams, which reminds me of where the wild things are, if you've ever read the book or seen the movie. And then there's Pinata Party, which turns him into a pinata, and I guess it's just a big old baseball bat. Princess Sleepyhead, which is, I guess, just a meme at this point. And then Kitty Karna, which turns him into a cat. But anyway, off to his abilities. First one is Throwback. You dash forward, you stop at the first enemy you hit and deal damage. If the enemy is a minion, you throw them back, which deals increased damage to each enemy that they hit, which hits other minions and also gods. Second ability, Groggy Strikes. You smash down your staff, which damages and roots everyone in your area. His third ability, Mighty Yawn. You mesmerize all enemies within range. If you wake them early, but before the time runs out, their attack speed and movement speed are slowed. And you may use this ability while you're asleep, which we'll get to it in his passive. Then his ultimate Epic Uppercut. You charge forward, stop at the first enemy you encounter, deal damage, and then you send them high up in the air, and when they land, they take additional damage and knock up any enemies that are around. And his passive, Sleepy. When this passive is up, you don't die when you reach 0, but instead you fall asleep. You will awake after 8 seconds with 25% health and mana, unless you are hit 6 times with basic attacks, and you get +1 for every 5 levels. And this passive has a 240-second cooldown. And it should be stated that when Kumbra's passive is up, you can't be executed, which is bonkers, because he's the only person that can survive an execute. I mean, even Kepri's ultimate, which is supposed to save somebody from death, doesn't negate executions. So if you have an Ao Kuang, a Thanatos, or an Achilles, and they ult you won't die from the execute. Speaking of executes, I wonder if they might if they might ever give an assassin or a hunter an execute ability. Because Thanatos is for assassins, mages is Ao Kuang, and for warriors it's Achilles. But I wonder who Smite could create for a guardian or a hunter to have executes. Just sort of round everything out. Yeah, I don't know. But it does really execute really does fit the archetype for those three, especially because Ao Kuang's a melee instead of a ranged. Anyway. And also diving into Kumba, he's again one of those guardians that you can really build him any way. But what I've gotten the most luck out of is doing a mixture of defense and health, because originally from time to time I would just do full on defense with my usual stuff of Genji's Guard, Oni's Hunter, Breastplate of Valor, and Hide of the Nemean Lion, with Mantle of Discord, because that's lot of high defense. But with all the penetration items that are out there that basically negate your defense, it's kind of like, alright, take Genji's, take Breastplate of Valor, and also take Mystical Mail and Bulwark of Hope, which in addition to defense also gives me HP. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, because when we get to buying the items, you'll see their descriptions and what they do. And hopefully, this will be a good game. Also, I like the Warlord stick that he has. Just a gigantic spike. Just go whop. And I just remembered that I'm gonna have to wait to do Atlas until like near the end of my series, because I didn't catch him when he was first released, because I think I was like down in like the seas by the time he came out. But yeah, I'm gonna have to wait until I'm done with. Basically wait until I'm done with the series to finally get to him, because he's one of my favorite Guardians. But anyway, looking at Kumbra, and as always, do Sentinel's Gift as my starter, Book of Meditation as my active, and going to Stone of Binding, which gives good defense, gives good power near the beginning. And also, when enemies are hit with my crowd control, it decreases their protections. Oh, and also I have this. Okay, now that I think about it, I don't. This is Orc-esque with Warlord, but I think it also draws inspiration from Mad Max and the War Boys. Which I'm not complaining. Back, get its full Stone of Binding, and because they have more magicals than physicals, we'll be going Genji's Guard first. Yay!
Be right back.
And also Kumbra can and probably will do a lot of damage.
Don't worry, Jim.
Just kind of the nature of the beast. It's ridiculous, but we all have to deal with it. And I don't want to deal with it. I'm sure my enemies don't want to deal with it. But we gotta deal with it. Gotta remember, I don't have a lot of defense to help me out. Not yet, anyway.
Armor. My belief is my armor.
Well, sadly, belief isn't enough when you're getting hit with dragon breath acid, swords, maybe an axe in there. Also a hammer. There's also maybe even a fork. Nice. No. Oh man. Alright, so after Genji's, we'll be going Breastplate of Valor, which is upgraded to Breastplate of Determination, which just gives me more protections, because why not? Okay, now it's lag spike. Bully Milan. Do what I say.
You gonna start getting kills too?
Yeah, Milan's getting bullied. I don't advocate it in real life. And I don't necessarily advocate it in video games either, because it's rude. But that's kind of how you win in this game, just bully people with crowd control until they die. In-game, obviously. Why do they do so much damage?
Need to refuel armor. My belief is my armor.
Well, Arthur's getting wrecked. Oh yeah, that reminds me. The most disgusting thing in this game that I've seen. There was a Heimdall, Himdali, or whatever you want to say, but he went triple crit on one of the most hard-hitting hunters in this game. Just completely ridiculous. And also, as like a precaution, they put in his little passive of Vigilant that his critical hits only do 40% instead of the 100% that they get. But of course, this guy apparently just doesn't care. Really ridiculous. Anyway, for the second relic spot, we're going Magic Shell, and back to magical stuff. We're going Bulwark of Hope. Gives us our defense and also our HP. Yay! The almighty uppercut always works. Until that time it doesn't. There have been times where I thought I would kill somebody with the uppercut, but then it doesn't. And then it makes me sad. And also very angry. He's sending me to Brazil.
Someone on the other team got owned.
And also, plus, if you don't know the Brazil meme, you're missing out. It's funny. I don't know who started it. I remember hearing Russian Badger, one of my favorite YouTubers, mentioning going to Brazil in totally accurate battlegrounds, which is not accurate in any way, shape, or form. Brothers, retreat! Yeah, did all I could.
The time has not yet come for me to relinquish the throne.
I don't care about your throne, Hugh Long. I care about results. No. No, my teammates aren't even barely even here. Is that basically just calling the enemy combatant trash? That is disrespectful, and I approve. How else are you gonna get tougher skin unless people call you garbage?
Retreat! Armor! I believe is my armor!
Yikes.
Alright, got enough of that. And the last one will be Mantle of Discord, as always, because it's good. Uh-oh.
Twice the carnage.
Why would you send me to Brazil?
Forgive me, master. I must go alone.
At least I made him waste his ultimate. Let's go eat that. Alright.
Can somebody report that guy?
Try.
Quickly now!
Run, Arthur, run!
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think anyone's surprised.
That's debatable. Did you seriously purify that? Yep, she did. She has purification. You disappoint me, Wong. Oh no, to Brazil. Okay, we're gonna well, before we get Mail of Discord, we're gonna upgrade to Sentinel's Boon to get increased bonus gold. Normally I like to do it when the enemy's well, normally I sell it once the enemy team's tickets reach 100. But because of how things are going, I'm probably gonna wait a little bit after. Fast enough. Gotcha. Well, this is not panning out. Well, anyway, we got enough for Mail of Discord. And we don't have any active. Our actives aren't up, so I'm getting Potion of Might.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think anyone's surprised.
Oh man. Yeah, we're definitely losing our lead. So it definitely seems like they're getting smarter, which I really hate. Because I've had multiple games where we've been just completely dominating the other team, but then when it comes to the end, they suddenly become like the pro of pros. It's kind of ridiculous. Back up. Upgraded magic shell for when we need it, which we definitely are. Oh man. Well, I tried. Come on, you Huang. All we need are just 2 more kills. Yeah, that's probably going to be borderline impossible now. What do you want me to do? Just charge at people and get crowd controlled immediately?
Don't worry, champ. I'm sure you helped.
Yeah, at least I got something out of it.
That's my boy right
All
there.
right.
You can frag anyone.
Well, that was a surprise. Anyway, as always, hope you've learned something, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.